Do your homework. Do the research. Be prepared. Do all you can in preparation of what's to come. Think of a few people you know who are enterprising. What do these people have in common? Well, they're probably always on the go, developing a plan, reworking the plan until it fits, never letting anything get in their way. And when posed with a problem, they'll probably say, let's figure out a way to make it work. Self-enterprising people always see the future in the present. And self-enterprising people aren't lazy. They don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They go after the opportunities. Self-enterprise requires two things. Number one, creativity. Creativity to look at the world a little differently. Creativity to take a different approach. And what goes hand in hand with the creativity of self-enterprise is number two, the courage to be creative. The courage to go against the crowd. The courage to stand alone if you have to. The courage to choose activity over ease. Understanding your self-worth. What could you do if you had all the skills, took the classes, read the books? What true value could you develop? What could I become? What could I really do in the marketplace? In enterprise, home, family, love, marriage. Am I valuable enough to work on what's not working so I can reach my full capacity? Once you start understanding how valuable you are, it's a whole new experience. Our self-worth makes the difference between being lazy and being active. If we don't feel good about ourselves, we won't feel good about our lives. Every time we choose to do less than we possibly can, it affects our self-confidence, our self-worth. Can you imagine what you'd end up being after 10 years of doing a little less every day? It's devastating. Now, you can reverse the process of doing a little less, doing a little less. You alter the course by doing a little more each day. And pretty soon, you'll develop a new habit of doing rather than neglecting. It'll increase your confidence and your courage and your self-worth. It's not what we get or what we accumulate that makes us valuable. It's what we become. Success isn't in the having. Success is in the doing. It's the activity that transforms our dreams into reality, that converts ideas into actuality. Let me tell you what I think most messes with the mind. I think that simply doing less than you can. It causes all kinds of psychic damage. Trying less than you could try, it somehow damages the mind. The minute you turn this around and start extending yourself, you'll see immediate rewards. Maybe not monetary ones, but it's how you feel about yourself that's the greatest value. Discover all you can do, see how much you can earn, how much you can share, how far you can reach. Some people out there would have us believe that positive affirmation is more important than activity. They would have us repeating slogans like every day and in every way, I'm getting better and better. Getting better and better only happens with the discipline of doing better and better. And affirmations without discipline are in reality delusions. There's nothing wrong with affirming the good life as long as we are disciplined enough to take action. We should never allow affirmation to replace action. Feeling better is no substitute for doing better. If the truth happens to be that we're broke, the best affirmation would be to simply say, I'm broke. Accept it. Be responsible for it. By saying it out loud, you'll probably be disgusted enough to start the thinking process on how to change it. Confronting harsh realities has an incredible effect. You see, within reality lies the possibility to create our own personal miracle. If we can bring ourselves to state the truth about a situation, then, as the saying goes, the truth will set us free. If your life and circumstances have resulted in a situation that is ugly, call it ugly. Be responsible to it. Once we understand and accept the truth, the promise of the future is freed from the shackles of deception. Here are some creative techniques that'll help keep you on the right track toward that promising future. Number one, think on paper. You can't build a house with the plans in your head. Put it all on paper. Your roadmap, your blueprints, your business plan. When you put it on paper, you can analyze your path, solve your problems. You can figure out what you did right, and you can figure out what you did wrong. We've got so much going on in our heads that we can't figure things out until we take a piece of it out and put it on paper. If you want to solve a problem, the best questions to ask are, number one, what could I do? And number two, what could I read? So I'm asking you, don't sell yourself short here. You can find some answers. Go to the library, go to the bookstore. Now, if that doesn't work, then ask question number 3. And question number 3 is, who could I ask? You can't believe how willing somebody will be to help you if, first of all, they've gotten the idea that you were willing to help yourself. The second step to keeping yourself on the right track is to develop the ability to brainstorm. What is brainstorming? Just what it sounds like, letting your brain go. Just putting an idea into your brain and letting it take off, free associating. Not planning a train of thought, but thinking freely. Effective brainstorming can only happen if you're free from your ego. You can't be worried about saying something stupid or silly. Here's number 3 for creatively keeping on the track of self-enterprise. Number 3 says, imagine outlandish solutions. You see, if you allow yourself to think without confinement, it'll allow you to open up the process, which will eventually lead to totally appropriate solutions. The 4th creative technique is to access the information highway. With your computer, you can go online with hundreds of services. By taking advantage of the electronic age, you can learn more than you could otherwise learn. You can find information that your library may not have. Many people are afraid of their computers. They don't take advantage of all their system has to offer. Use it as a new resource, a new specialized resource that's yours for the taking. Commit yourself to learning. Feed your mind. Sharpen your interest in 2 major subjects, life and people. Learn more on how to get the most from life. Learn all that you can so that you can become all that you can become. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of happiness. Learning and searching is where the process of creating your own personal miracle begins.
I am here to tell you that you can come from nothing and become something. Happiness and success is available for every last one of you. But I'm going to tell you what you're going to have to do. You got to change your mindset. If you think that they're going to mail this money to your house, you're dead wrong about that. If you want to be successful, you got to change your mind, and you're going to have some faith.
Most of us go through life pretending. See, a lot of people pretend that they want more out of life, but all you have to do is watch their actions. Watch what they're doing. The proof is in the pudding. Find out what it is you want and go after it as if your life depends on it. Why? Because it does.